What's good, yo? Welcome to PGDR. Nice to see you guys here. Today we're going to be unraveling some Xbox news. Let's get into it. Today, a few months away from Xbox's next-gen console release of Xbox Series X, we have some big news regarding the state of 343 Studios and Halo Infinite. Let's begin. Now guys, a lot of this information that I will be talking about actually comes from a Verge article that's online. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description if you guys want to check that out. A very unfortunate thing happened yesterday. Chris Lee, Xbox studio head, just made a statement regarding Xbox Infinite. In his statement, Chris Lee confirmed that one of Xbox Studio's biggest franchise, Halo Infinite, will be delayed to 2021. Now here guys, I'm bringing up the statement. I'm just going to read what he had to say about it. Today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We have made the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo experience that meets our vision. The decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hard work from our teams at 343 Industries who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to development challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team or the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday. We know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we all share in that sentiment. The passion and support the community has shown over the years has been incredible and inspiring. We wanted nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. The extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for your support and understanding. Chris Lee, the studio head of Halo Infinite. Hashtag 343 Industries. Now guys, it's very unfortunate that the game was delayed due to the COVID-19. However, I wonder how Sony and other companies are dealing with this problem. To be honest, I would wager to say that they're dealing with it slightly better than Microsoft, to say the least. And that's just my take on it. Nevertheless, I truly do believe that this was for the better, because now the end product will be much better for us, the consumers. Me personally, I would rather wait slightly longer for a full product than to get a broken, quickly shipped out mess. It's a decision that Microsoft's Xbox chief, Phil Spencer, did warn may happen earlier this year. He didn't, directly say it, but it was an indirect way of saying, we don't know what's going on in terms of, game production. And here's his quote now. I quote, I'd say the bigger unknown is probably the game production, just being honest. End quote. So Spencer said this last May, and to add on to this quote, he also said this, and I quote, game production is a large-scale entertainment activity now. You have hundreds of people coming together, building assets, and working through creative. End quote. Now guys, for example, Phil Spencer did mention indirectly something along that lines where that's kind of the thing that he was worried about, pertaining to game production. Obviously, we see now that his worries were warranted. Personally, for me from the beginning, I never thought they were unwarranted, but I'm just saying, now we do have evidence of this. And, they're not the only ones that this had happened to be fair. Bungie, developer of Destiny 2, for example, also recently delayed the company's next big Destiny 2 expansion to November 10th, citing the difficulties of development during the pandemic. Naughty Dog also cited the pandemic for a delay to the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 earlier this year. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I still feel that the real problem is Microsoft, or, more specifically Xbox Game Division, not entirely meeting the next-gen expectations. With the next-gen console, any consumer can agree you would want this new piece of hardware to include next-gen features and games. Talking about games specifically, showing games that not only showcases the hardware's power and performance, but also high-quality games that acts as an incentive for their consumers to buy their products over their competitors, for example. On the eve of a brand new console launch, AAA games are almost a complete necessity to a great launch. Still, Microsoft did push ahead and demo Halo Infinite during its Xbox Game Studios event just a few weeks ago. At the same time, Microsoft and 343 Industries were still publicly committing to launching Halo Infinite alongside the new Xbox Series X console, which is now due to hit store shelves in November. Now guys, it's not clear what changed over the past few weeks to force Microsoft to delay Halo's, Infinite to 2021. The reception to the game has been mixed, to say the least. Though, with some criticizing the graphics and the visuals in the other game, others highlighting the gameplay. 343 Industries responded to the criticism, admitting that, and I quote, this quote came from Chris Lee, and I quote, "We do have work to do to address some of these areas and raise the level of fidelity and overall presentation for the final game," end quote. In my opinion, I think that it was a really good thing that they delayed it, because to be quite frank with you, that game did not look like a next-gen experience, or at least not the type of next-gen experience I wanted from next-gen. Now guys, the reaction from fans and consumers alike that watched, Xbox Infinite when it was showcased, that could have been a determining factor to why they delayed the game. However, it's not really clear, and nothing has really been concrete evidence to really support that. So at this point, we're left to speculate. I'm thinking that that could have been part of the reason why that they decided to delay it, was that they heard all the feedback. They wanted to address it, not only with words, but they actually wanted to go in there, do the work and actually improve the game. Now guys, one more thing that this article from The Verge actually brings up, and something that I honestly, personally feel strongly about, is that, many might believe that with no clear Halo Infinite release date in sight, except for a vague 2021 release window, 343 Industries will now have plenty of time to avoid the typical game crunch and address the fan feedback in the months ahead. Yet, as a game developer, I know for almost a fact that this delay will not subside the crunch within 343 Studio. If I can be very frank and honest with you guys, it is merely an extension. That's literally what it is, which will prove in the long run to be harmful for the devs at 343. Due to the inflated workload associated with crunch, which in some cases isn't the worst thing ever in the world. However, the problem about crunch is when it happens for extended periods of time. This is when crunch culture can become a very damaging thing, especially for the employees of that said company. Now that we're at the end of the video, I'm going to voice my opinions on the entire matter, as a whole. And I'm happy they delayed it, because now it's going to have, more time to, get better and better and whatnot. And, as they say, more games is always good. However, I will say this, and this is a fact, in my opinion, this is a fact. No matter what, this is extremely disappointing for many Xbox fans out there. I know there are so many Xbox fans that really wanted to play Halo Infinite. Not even just Xbox fans, gaming fans in general. There have been so many of us that really wanted to play Halo Infinite. However, now that it's delayed, we would have to wait a whole year longer or even more. We don't really know, unfortunately, because they did kind of give us a vague, window. They said 2021. We don't know if it's late 2021, early 2021, mid 2021. We just don't really know. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, and it definitely does put a damper on Xbox Series X's launch, because without, Halo Infinite being their flagship game, their big kahuna, you know what I mean? That not being there at launch will put a damper on the entire event as a whole, but it also might affect the initial sale of Xbox Series X. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts, man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we reached the end of this video. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, y'all. We have a goal on this video to get it to 50 likes. I know we can do it. If you guys enjoy content like this, please don't forget to hit the sub button. And as always, y'all, we're a community, man. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all disappointed? Are y'all happy about the news? Are y'all mad about the news? Please let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about Halo Infinite being delayed. Man, as always, man, y'all have a good one. Be safe, and I'll see y'all at the pinnacle of success.